Around the world, discrimination in the workplace is rampant. It is clear that this behavior is not helpful and has a negative impact on the development of society. In this short video, we take you to McDonald's in the indigenous community in Northern Australia and demonstrate the topic of retention, training, and development. The story develops around the conflict between an indigenous internship worker and a store manager. An inter-worker experiences cultural discrimination. He sometimes uses indigenous language in communications at work, and the store manager does not like it, arguing that employees who do not speak English should not stay. The indigenous employee felt discriminated against and reported this case to the Fair Work and the Australian Human Rights Commission. HR management, union, and employees met to design a training program and find ways to eliminate discriminatory behavior and culture in the workplace and to protect the interests of the indigenous employees. I'm Hai Hao Zhang. My role is the store manager.
Hi, I'm Yuan Yao. My role is employee.
Hello, I'm Cai Weixi, and my role is a supervisor.
Hello, I'm Zhao Yuan. My role is HR.
Hello, I'm Zhao Miao. My role is trade union.
Hi, store manager. May I report to your this week's report?
Okay.
Yes. Here's my work summary for this week. The revenue for this week is over $8,000, 5.5% higher than last week. At the same time, 700 customers pay average is $11, which is.
Why do you always speak your indigenous language at work?
Excuse me?
Why do you always speak your indigenous language at work with other indigenous colleagues and customers?
It's dual language.
Okay, dual language. I know this is an indigenous community, but you see, our work is done in English, and everyone else speaks English. Why can't you also speak English? You should always speak English at work.
Yeah, this is an indigenous community, and sometimes it's more convenient to speak the local language to the local people. Some customers are not good at English, and I use the local language to help them to order the food they want. Basis, I live in the indigenous community and speak the indigenous language in my daily life. I'm not a native speaker, and my English is not very good as a native speaker. So that's all what I want to say.
Okay, it's fine for you to speak the indigenous language with other co-workers or customers. But our work materials like the menu, recipes, and operation regulations are all in English. You should practice your English more often and reduce using the indigenous language at work.
Okay, I try my best. By the way, my probation period is ending. When would I become a full worker?
Okay, I understand what you need. I will forward it to the HR. These indigenous people must be talking behind my back. Hello? Yeah, it's me. About the internship. I don't think he's capable of our work. His work ethics and performances are not qualified. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend continuing his employment, and his probation period should be over. Yeah, we will find someone better than him. That's it. Thanks. Bye.
Let me check. Oh my god, I can't believe I got a termination email from the company. I was fired at the end of my internship. How's that possible? My performance is at the top of the store. I got along well with everyone in the store except the store manager. Oh, I have only had conflicts with the store manager about my indigenous language. I guess that was a store manager. He was the only one who experienced my native option of me. It's a constipation, and I'm going to report the AHRC in the hope that I can be treated fairly. Hi, is this Australia Human Rights Commission? Yeah. Okay, I'm a McDonald's employee. Although I'm an indigenous worker, but I work very hard. In fact, I'm being discriminated. Yeah, it's unfairly by the store manager because my store manager discriminates against with my indigenous language. I would like you to protection and the resolution of this issue. Okay, can you help me? Okay, thank you so much.
At present, our company has received complaints from employees, and Fair Work has decided to issue a warning to us. Our store manager has discriminated against indigenous employees for speaking the indigenous languages, and this has led to unfair treatment of indigenous employees. I think this matter is very important and we need to take it seriously. If it is not handled properly, it will cause damage to our company's reputation.
Okay, HR, I have an total understanding of all things you mentioned now. First of all, I also need you to provide a more detailed statement of this event. You can give me advice on this event, and after all, you know more about this event than me. And finally, it may involve a documental statement, need my signature, and so on. At that time, I will invite your union staff, relevant professional departments, and elements that matter discuss the most effective solutions.
Okay, thank you for coming to the meeting. Our company has a serious problem that involves cultural discrimination, and if we can't protect our employee, it will lead to a decline in our company's reputation and a loss of employee loyalty. I need everyone to brainstorm and help HR management to solve the problem of cultural discrimination.
Employees are an important part of the company, and the company needs to make sure that their rights are not violated. It is responsibility to make sure that the company can improve the employment treatment of employees. I will help you to solve the problem together and make sure that the problem will be solved by the company in the right way, and to ensure that employee rights to be protected.
HR is right. Taking into account the specifics of the indigenous culture and ensuring that our final solutions is taking into account for a wide range of viewpoints and operations. I recommend gathering a briefing advance of every 1 year. In this case, my suggestion is to introduce the AI translation to ensure that the remaining employees of the company can respond and provide application service when they encounter customers' Aboriginal cultures during the period of work with Aboriginal staff.
Yeah, I think the AI translator is a good idea. It can help indigenous people who don't speak English to order quickly. But there is a downside. If this service is set up in all restaurants, the company's cost may increase. I will report this approach to their head office and wait for an answer.
I think we should focus on the staff training. The problem is in the language. I suggest that the HRM should train all staff about the indigenous language and culture. Native English-speaking staff should learn simple indigenous language to servers. indigenous customers. This is the scale training. This can make the native English-speaking staff understand more about the indigenous culture and reduce the discrimination against the indigenous staff.
Similarly, I believe that indigenous employees need language training, especially those who are less proficient in English and where indigenous employees speak both indigenous and English. This will improve communication between employees, which is good for teamwork and reduce language misunderstandings.
These are effective approaches, but for the cultural discrimination, I think employees need to be trained to understand each other's culture and respect each other, which helps teamwork.
If this application don't work, and there are people in the company who continue to discriminate against the indigenous employees and don't respect indigenous culture.
Based on the fair works report, we will shift this person and hire a lawyer for this employee to help him protect his rights. I will report the engineer's language training to the uni, and the uni headquarters will send some professionals who know indigenous languages to help your company with the training program, which will make the training program will be more efficient. And I hope the company will apologize to these indigenous employees and give him financial compensation to make up for the damage he received.
This is an effective solution. We now need to change the wrong thinking of the store manager, and call him back to the headquarters for training. Our training program has been completed, which helps our company avoid cultural discrimination and improve the teamwork of our employees. For the conclusion, the training program will be divided into two parts. The first part is to train all employees on indigenous languages and cultures, and it is necessary to ensure that employees have an understanding of indigenous languages and respect for indigenous cultures. And the second part is English languages, training for indigenous staff to ensure that indigenous staff can use English to serve English-speaking customers.
Through the implementation of the program, we will avoid cultural discrimination against the indigenous employees, enhance cultural exchange among all the races, and improve employee skills so that they can get used to their work better. Hi everyone, for this role play, I learned what the role of the trade union is. When employees' rights are damaged, the trade union is an organization that helps employees protect their rights and monitors the company if there are unreasonable actions against the employees' rights. In this role play, the indigenous employee was discriminated against, and the company expressed its concern about it. The trade union needs to be respond to its property and ask for help and compensation for the indigenous employees.
Hi guys, I'm Yuan Yao. My role is an employee. In this role-play activity, our group theme is training and development. Discrimination is a key word. Employee discrimination in workplace is on the rise. Discrimination occurs when employees are treated unfavorably because of their race, color, national origin, or age. It's illegal to discriminate against anything related to employment. HR management, as an important position in a company, is not to be ignored. So, how can HR protect employees from harassment and discrimination? As an employee, my advice is that training and development programs are one of the surest ways to educate employees about the different types of harassment and discrimination that can occur in an organization and how to handle this situation. HR should ensure that after a thorough investigation, action is taken against the accessed in a timely manner after a complaint has been filed. Finally, it's everyone's responsibility to eliminate discrimination.
Hi, I'm Zhang Paihao, and here's my thoughts about what I get from this doing this assignment. So our topic is retention, training, and development. So it is demonstrated through the plot that one of our good employee is forced to leave, so how to keep him in the organization is the retention, and how to train everyone, how to resolve the conflict is about the training and development. Overall is to make the organization a better place for everyone working in it. And because everyone has a very unique and different point of view and their own interests in the organization, so for example, the employee, they might want to have a higher income. The store manager may want the store to have high turnovers every week. The supervisor wants the high efficiency of the organization overall, and the union protects the rights and benefits of the employee, etc. So it is very important for the HRM because its role is to bring everyone together and make a plan that resolve the conflict and unify people's different values and make the culture more friendly for every individual with their different backgrounds.
Though